What's good, fam? Man, we in this thing, baby. It took a lot to get here this week. I ain't even finna lie to you. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. But it was fun. It took a lot, but it was fun. I'm talking about, when you think you're doing something that's gonna be simple. This is anything in life. You think it's gonna be simple, and you get to diving into it, and you realize either one, it's not simple. Two, it's just very hard. Or three, you bit off more than you can chew. And y'all know your boy. I normally bite off more than I can chew. And it don't always be as simple. I'm going to get to that in a second. Because matter of fact, it's going to kind of link to what we're talking about tonight, which, operational goals and objectives. Because I'm just going to, you know what? We're going to get to that in a minute. Let me help you your boy. I got to start at the bottom level. So I remember my first duty station, Charleston Air Force Base. Little young pup, little airman. Thought I knew it all. You know how we be thinking we know everything when we young. But then I got better at my job. I got real skill. I became like the go-to airman. And so I remember me and my homeboys used to go outside and just talk. They had a smoke deck right outside. And we would go out there and talk. And we would just be like, man, our leadership, they slow. They not the brightest. And one of the reasons we thought that is because the things that they would ask us to do or tell us to do, we just like, this don't make sense. We can do this way faster, or we can do this and make it better. Like we were just naming all the stuff that we thought we knew. But I remember it was a couple of master sergeants, E7. And I used to watch them on a regular basis. And I used to tell my homeboy, he ain't in here, but his name is E. We used to call him E-Pill. And I used to tell him all the time, I say, man, I don't never want to be a master sergeant in the Air Force. I don't even want to be a senior leader. He was like, why, man? I say, because it seemed like to me, they get a little slower the higher up they go. I just thought that everybody got the leadership and they just bumped their head or something because they seem so slow. But then I kept progressing through the military. When I became an NCO, they was like, hey, make sure you take care of the troops. That was the big one. So the NCO, E5, staff sergeant. And it was like, make sure you take care of those below you, take care of the troops. And there was certain people, E4, senior airmen, they were like, nah, they call them the E4, the E4 mafia. They didn't want to get the staff sergeant. They was like, we cool right here. And so they was like that because the same projection of you go to the next level, seemed like you're getting a little slower. But then something happened. That same job I had in when I first came in was air transportation. We used to load the planes, drive the 18-wheelers around the base, drive buses, and drop passengers off at the passenger terminal, load all the passengers. I could drive all types of stuff. But then something happened. I was like, I needed to retrain and get a new job because I never saw the family. And I became education and training. But I still was a staff sergeant. But the career field is so small, and the things that we had to do, we reported directly to the commander. Those same people that I used to be like, they not too bright. And so I finally started sitting in certain rooms as an E5 because we worked directly for the commander. Sort of like it was his program or their program. And you went and you had to sit in different meetings, the meetings to have to talk about the meeting that you're going to have next week on that meeting. Yeah, those type of things. And I started learning some background stuff about the military. Started off in the squadron, but then it kept getting bigger. And I kept going up in rank and getting new bases. And I started learning the behind the scenes stuff. And that's when I realized it wasn't that they were not smarter. They were doing one of the two things that affects your business. And this is why people have a problem with the business that fail. Because you would think the financial component is the main thing that makes people's business go out or fail or something like that. That's not the case. It is sometimes, but the main key factor why businesses fail, why businesses struggle, it's the operation. Learning how to run the operation. And as you become a senior leader in the military, you start getting on the operational side. You get away from the day-to-day work. So one, those senior NCOs seemed slow to me at the time because for one, they were just running the operation, but not knowing the day-to-day. Or two, you had those senior NCOs that were really the people person, but they weren't good at the operation. And I tell y'all all the time in many videos about the juggling many different hats. In order for you to succeed, you need to know how to be the worker and run the operation. And that's what holds people up from success in their business. Don't worry, I'm gonna dive a little deeper, but the fam is in here, and y'all know me. I gotta holler at them. I love hollering at the fam. What's going? OC in the building. It's only a handful of people I know. I think y'all be trusting me. Y'all want to see if I remember who gonna be in the building first. And I see you. Yeah, he beat you, fam. He beat you. OC got here before you. I know you was here first last time. Y'all don't know. We normally be the first one on the post. A notification be on. Oh man, let me see. What's going on, Mr. Dry Time? Man, that's a whole nother conversation. We got to talk, but yeah, Mr. Dry Time. I see you in the building. What's going on? I knew you was gonna be in the building. I was just waiting. I'm gonna tell y'all why, because I sent out a bunch of emails, so I knew certain people was gonna be in the building. Plus, what we talked about last week. What's going on, fam? What's going on? Hey, keep driving. Be safe while you drive, but make sure you turn it up a little bit. Man. What's going on, fam? In the building. Fam is in the building. We know we got to speak to everybody. What's good, OC and Trail? Ooh, Margaret's in the building. Good evening, Mr. and Miss BG and fam. Hope everyone is doing well and having a great day and a great week. We are, man, last week was fun. I'm going to get to that later. Because y'all going to, your boy might be a little crazy sometime. Everybody's speaking to everybody. I love y'all. Y'all be in here just speaking to everybody. Just speaking. I'm going to just speaking. But yeah, let me get back to what I was talking about, because that was the military side. Now, the funny part of that is, throughout the years, and I got to the senior leader positions, and I was sitting in different rooms, a bunch of my mentors always would remind me, don't forget your people. So it was kind of easier for me because I had a small group of troops in the beginning that I was over, and then I got moved into other positions that put me in over hundreds and thousands of people. But in the beginning, I had a good test run of being able to, as a staff sergeant and tech sergeant, it probably was like 2, 3, 4 troops. Then when I got to the master sergeant level, the senior leader and all that, that's when it turned to like 15, 20, 25. But by understanding the operation and the people and how they were resonating, I told y'all other stories before, that's when they started taking me into other rooms. And in those rooms, you learn about that operational piece. That when I say those other rooms, I mean, these are like the base commanders, the base chiefs. These are the individuals the commanders report to them. And so they're not in the day-to-day with I don't want to say the bottom, but it's like 3 tiers, but they're not at the lower tier, they're at the top tier. And I say that because I watch a lot of people on social media, and I see it all the time. And I just chuckle and laugh. Every now and then I might comment, but I normally don't, because it's hard to explain stuff to people that don't know you. They just see your comment and whatever. But they talk about how bad their leadership is, how they think their people are just slow and they don't do nothing at the top. Don't get me wrong. There are some companies where leaders don't do nothing at the top. But there's also some companies where you think the leader's not doing nothing at the top. They made an exit strategy that we've talked about in the book and mentioned before. They made an exit strategy that doesn't require them to be there every day. So it looks like they're not doing anything, but they put it in somebody else's head. They call it delegating. And so I laugh at those individuals, not them per se, but when they're talking, I laugh at the topic. When they're talking about how bad the people are at the top, because they don't understand the operational piece. They were little young Airman Graham. They just was like, this don't make sense. This is crazy. Why would we do it this way? Now, granted, some people at the top don't have hands-on with their people to understand the day-to-day operations. But at the same time, there are those that do. And it's one of those things like teaching your kids or something. If you're trying to explain something to your kid that's in first grade, that's on adult level, they're going to look at you like you crazy. I know some of the times with my own kids, as they get older, they're like, but you and mom told us a long time ago, it makes sense now. Especially if those kids start having babies when that time comes, no rush. But yeah, so that operational piece is what we're going to dive into, because as much as I love everybody, including y'all fam, the questions and the stuff that we talk about, that's the part that hangs everybody up. on the operational side. And I want to help fix that help you fix that, because I can't fix it for you. Help you fix and understand what I mean by the operational piece. Now, I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I did put it in the community already. Again, if you don't leave the live to go, pull out your other phone or pull up the computer. If you're driving, you shouldn't be reading anyway. Just roll. So I'm going to pull it up on my screen so I don't miss anything. Make sure, because, you know, this is how we're going to do it now. I'm going to put it in the community. Y'all can go look at it, save it to your phone, whatever. And I'm going to just breeze through it, because I know y'all don't want to just be deaf by PowerPoint. That's what we called it in the military. But before I dive into that, let me make sure I ain't missing nobody over here, because y'all know me. I'll scroll in a minute and forget. Let's see where I stopped at. Okay. Hello, me. I got that one. Yep. King is in the building. What's going on, fam? People, everybody just speaking as that's what we do over here. We friendly. Did you get down to Pattaya while in Thailand? You know it. We spent about 10 days there, something like that, 10, 11 days. Oh yeah, we definitely got to Pattaya. You got to go look at the pictures and the videos. We put them up there. Matter of fact, I'll give you one. One of the pictures was me and boy 3. And it was like a side-by-side from when we went the first time. I think he was like 3 years old or something like that. And then 10 years later, we went found the same mall, same everything. The game machine was a little different. But we took a side-by-side to show like back then and now, 2016 to 2026. Was good. Everybody speaking. About to start reading the second time. I can't with y'all. We will be popping in later, out grocery shopping. Hey, while you there, get us some cake, because, you know, we still waiting on Jay Harv to show up with our cake. So in the time being, get us some cake. Your boy likes sweets. Everything is everything. But yeah, let's get into it, because I don't want to hold y'all too long on this, because we got a lot to talk about tonight. So when you think about your goals and objectives for your operations, the main thing, because we talked about financial last week, the main thing about your goals and objectives for the operational piece, you have to be able to do whatever your goals are. We're going to say business. You got to be able to make your business work, optimize the spending, make it efficient. But you also have to, remember I told y'all about LDM. You have to, the lean daily management. That's basically where you have to trim certain things in your business to make it streamlined. That's the word everybody uses, efficiency and streamline. But the main part that messes it up, and we talk about it so much, is the consistency piece. I told you, it ain't the financial that you think about. It's the consistency. So remember when I gave you the numbers in the video that we talked about for the whole year, and I was like, hey, the first 6 months of the year, our RPM was 80 cents. Then the last 6 months, we got the RPM to 97 cents. And then so far this year, our RPMs is over $1. That's that streamline, cutting, and efficient stuff. So one of the first things you want to do, you want to maximize the productivity of your van. You know what? I'm going to have to put it up, because it's going to be somebody, and I don't know who that person is, and I don't want nobody to be messed off. Give me a second. We're going to put it up piece by piece. I'll do what I did last time. Just bring it up and down. Let me put it on the screen here. Let's see. I got to go. I didn't have it pulled up. Don't be judging me. Y'all understand why I was missing out on so much stuff this week. Let's see. There it goes. Bam. Come on. It's so slow. It's doing this because we on the live. All right. So part of the operational goals and objectives, you want to maximize your van productivity. Because, you know, we skipping that. Y'all already know about goals and objectives. We on operational. So you want to maintain that 70 to 85% low mile ratio. That's basically saying that not just deadheading to or from, but making sure you're getting your money's worth out of each load. And you want to reduce those deadhead miles. Remember, I told you 15%. But if you're doing it right, we're going to eventually get to 20 to 25%. And the complete X loads a week. Remember, I told you a while ago, you want to find that sweet spot. Don't think you're supposed to be running 5 loads a week. If you do, because you got a contract, that's something different. But if you're just doing OTR, playing the spot market, or depending on the type of contract you work, you want to find out that number that works for you. Your boy over here, when I'm running, I know my number's 3. I normally want those 3 loads a week minimum. And you want to, when I say limit the idle time between the loads, the main reason you want to limit that idle time is because your idle time is just as deadly to you as the deadhead miles. Because obviously, if the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. And the reason you have to do that because your van doesn't make money by you sitting in it. You have to have something in it to make money. And so that's why you have to maximize the productivity of your van. And that leads you to the next part. Because remember, I said that consistency. That's that part that hurts people. By not doing that first step, your goals and objectives won't be met because now you can't be consistent. If you don't have 3 loads a week or 2, whatever your number is, say your number's 3 like mine. If you don't hit your 3 loads a week consistently, and it doesn't, and I want you to understand this, it doesn't matter the price. Don't think money right now. I told you financial piece is important, but you got to understand your operation before you get to that other part. So you want to have those 3 loads. I don't care if it's 500 a load. I don't care if it's 1,000 a load. I don't care if it's 2,000 a load. You have to find that consistent number because until you find it, you won't know how your operation is going to run. Now, remember I told you, like, I knew I would think about all the stuff I'm going to tell you. I've told you in the past. I knew, like, hey, I knew I was going for 7 months or 8 months out the year. I didn't want to work the whole year. So I knew I needed to do this many loads within this amount of time frame. The number was 100 because if you do 365, you get the math. So my number was 100. We got the 107. That's why you need to know your consistency because that's how you stabilize your cash flow. That's the operational piece. Remember, I told you that's what people get it mixed up because they hear finance, but operational actually covers your finance because when you set your operations up correctly and do them in a consistent manner, the money flows in a consistent manner. Like, remember I told you one of mine, I got to be more consistent this year. Intentional is the word that I use because the more I'm intentional just by showing up to help you, that actually helps you, which is part of my purpose and goal in life, which is to help you. So I have to be intentional. You have to do that same thing with your business. Just by showing up every live on Sunday, that's you doing your little part to be consistent. Now, with that being said, and I know y'all probably like BG, you rolling real fast. We got most stuff to talk about. All right. Now, the main thing about that consistency, because it's all going in order, it's because now you have to think about that cost control and profit protection. So when you build up the consistency, these words is messing me up tonight. The consistency, then you have an understanding of how you need to control and protect your profits, if I want to say. So I'll give you an example. If I know I got 3 loads that I do per week, each one is 500. Obviously, if we're shooting for $1 a mile, and let's just say let's go add a little deadhead on this. So we know we're doing 1,500 miles for $1,500. And then when you add the 500 rough miles, these is rough numbers, that means you're doing 2,000 miles for $1,500. That means you're basically saying you're running around making your RPM is 75 cents. Now, in order to control and stabilize that, you have to start cutting things out. Those things could be simple as, your boy, Buc-ee's. That's a rough one for me. Let's have a moment of silence for Buc-ee's because I got to pass it up more. So if you're running for 75 cents a mile, this is the operational piece, not the financial. If you're running for 75 cent RPM, you need to start cutting out some of the things that you're spending money on in order to protect and control your profits. This is the operational piece. So if I know for those 500 miles, this is the operational piece. If I know for those 500 miles, I know I need breakfast and lunch, but I'll be back home for dinner. That means instead of going to Buc-ee's, that means that's where the sandwiches come in. That's where granola bars come in. That means make your fruit smoothie before you leave out. This is just little stuff. That means if I'm going to stay in the van versus go OTR, stand in the hotel, these are little pieces that you have to pull out of your operation to control because you can easily stop for gas, go get Buc-ee's, and then candy bars and all that stuff. This is controlling and protecting your profit because believe it or not, that 75 cents a mile, if you dip into that enough throughout those 3 loads and say with gas and food and everything else, and you use up $500, now you're down to $1,000 profit after everything. And now you run an RPM for 50 cents a mile. We don't want to do that. But again, this goes for all your businesses. So remember that. Keep that in mind. All right. And so that's the money side. Now, in order to be able to keep that profit in your pocket, you got to also build relationships. This is the fun part of the operation. To keep the money in pocket, you have the stability of having loads that you can pick up on a regular, normal basis. you actually have to network and get some people that like shippers and brokers that depend on you. That's when you have to start worrying about your on time rate. That's when you have to start worrying about when situations come up. Like, remember when Chip decided to take a break and he was in Alabama? Yes, the cost had to be minimized. I had to use some of that cost funds to go get a U-Haul, a Penske truck to finish the load, but that was to keep that broker going. And I explained to that broker everything that happened. And because that broker liked what I did with that operation, I've gotten 4 or 5 more loads from that same broker just because he was like, I can count on you. That's the on-time performance and service quality. That's the part, when I say operation, this is going to get y'all. That's the part of showing up and running your business, doing what you have to do in your business every single time, even when things go bad, when you're not feeling good. Because remember, you are the business. You the business. So even on bad days, rainy days, that's why your boy is always positive and happy. It's already enough stuff that can possibly go wrong. I can't let my attitude and my mental be a part of it that messes it up. Operational. So think about, especially in today's culture, where somebody might have a business, having a bad day or let their emotions or something like that happen, and they get caught on camera saying and doing something they shouldn't be doing, and all of a sudden they getting canceled. Everybody going to put all the reviews on the Yelp and Google. They messing up the business. Why? Because that on-time performance and service of quality, which is number 4 on the sheet, that's what messes up your operation. Remember, I told you, people think finances. Okay, let's go another route with this. Think about a restaurant industry. I'm saying this one because this is one we see a lot. Say the food might be the greatest thing in the world, but the service is bad. You're not going to keep going to that restaurant, and vice versa. I've seen people that just had such amazing service. The food was mediocre, and you still go back. I'll give you one, and don't y'all come for me. I'm using this as a reference. Let's use Starbucks. Everybody goes to Starbucks. I've had Starbucks. I don't get the hype. I'm not saying they're not good. It's good, but it's Starbucks. Okay, let's use Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A sandwich is good, but it tastes a lot better because of the service and quality that they stand on. You remember them commercials running down the street talking about, you forgot your straw. See what I'm saying? It's the operational piece. It's our businesses that operate in such a manner that you always frequent and go to them versus the businesses that don't. Operational. I told you, it's not the finances that hurt people. I'm going to keep going because we got 2 more, but I want to see because I seen y'all over here talking. Make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. Let's see. Yeah, don't forget our cupcakes. Oh man, Jay Harv, you heard us talking about you, didn't you? I'm on my way home from Vegas. I'm in the building, but probably just listening tonight. But I know tonight is supposed to be special. It is. I got you. But yeah, in the building, Jay Harv. You pass by and then get out cupcakes. But it's all good. They in the kitchen throwing those plates. Hey, don't get me. I saw it. It's them boys. And I'm starving too. I'm gonna take since we're talking about it, because I'm gonna eat when we get off this. The wife made some pork chops, macaroni and cheese, and some broccoli because I love broccoli and spinach. They're my favorite greens. And man, talk about messing it up when we get off this line. That hot sauce calling my name. Good vibes, my people. Yes, it is. Central Phrases Solutions in here. What's up, fam? JCM, you in H-Town too, huh? You know, it's a couple of y'all in H-Town. Yeah, Mr. Drive Time in H-Town too. You out here too, huh? See, all y'all all in Houston. I've been working so much. I missed a couple of emails telling me y'all was in Houston. I'm sorry. Lost sound on my end. Anyone else having issues? Hey, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? I feel like T-Mobile. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Good. The Quicks is in the house. What's going on? Everybody, you know we gotta speak. We gotta speak over here. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Man, Jay Hall, what happened? What Starbucks do to you? But yeah, I was just saying, I was telling you that basically for the operational piece, because for us, if we reverse it, our operational pieces, man, we talked about that 95+% on-time delivery rate. We've been blessed. We ain't had no late one, nothing yet. So thank God. The professional, we talked about that all the time. Let's see. The documentation. We talk about all this stuff. That's the stuff you need to do on the operational piece. And I know y'all like BGY because we got a lot to talk about. Some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I know some of y'all here just because we talked about last week. All right. And then the last two that we talked about for operate, again, this is all in the community. You can read the PDF that's we place every Sunday in the community. You got questions, let your boy know. The systems and tracking discipline. Now, when I say tracking, I know because think business. We know them calls we get when them dispatchers and brokers calling us a million times. We like, stop calling me. That's part of their operational piece. Their business is to make sure the freight get there. They not driving it, but they got to know where that freight is. That's why they tracking you. So you need to track yourself. That's why we got the cargo van logbook. That's the reason we have that, because I got to track the miles. I got to track the expenses. That's how you. I can't just, and this is the part that's gonna mess some people up. I don't tell y'all to get the logbook because you need to get the logbook because of money. I'm telling you because you need to find some way to write the stuff down. Because if you're out there running blindly and you're not tracking your expenses, you're the business owner. I know you're not used to this. You like little Airman Graham wondering why they doing all this. Because I remember I used to track metrics as an airman and all that. And I'm like, this is crazy. You have to do that because if you don't know, remember, it's not financial. You don't know where your money's going because you don't have an operation and systems being the biggest thing set up. Like you're not doing a weekly, looking over your numbers weekly. You're not like what Miss Quick said, a hot list. I told y'all got to follow everybody. Like Miss Quick put something out on TikTok and she talks about the checking the rates monthly. If you're not doing all these things, you're not tracking the different stuff I told y'all about. I already messed this up. Freight wire, freight wave. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can never remember when I'm talking to y'all. But if you're not keeping up with every single thing in your industry, and I'll give you an example. If you do stocks, you need to be reading the stock exchange every time. If you do any kind of, say you're an author, you should be reading all types of books. It's no different than content creation. If somebody creates content, they better be practicing whatever they content. If you're a chef, you don't just cook at the restaurant. You had to go to culinary school. You practicing and refining stuff. You tasting stuff, making seasonings. You're doing stuff outside of the day-to-day. And I'm basically trying to say, if you're just hopping in a van and driving and you don't track your expenses, you don't track where your mileage, these are the basic ones. These are just the basic ones. The mileage, the maintenance. That's the little stuff that you're tracking. But if you aren't tracking or categorizing your expenses to know where your money's going in and out, you can't improve nothing because you have to have numbers to measure. That's smart, the SMART goals. If you can't measure what you're doing and you're just out there running from load to load to load because you see the money hitting your bank account, I'm telling you now, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that leads into the last one, which is the risk management and downtime prevention. If you're not doing 1 through 5, you're putting your business at risk for failure. I just letting you know right now, like if you're not doing all the first 5 we talked about, that's on the PDF, you're setting yourself up for failure because you got all types of risk that can come in. So you need, matter of fact, your business should be treated like your van. The same way you do maintenance on your van, you got to do maintenance on your operations. You got to always go through and fine tune stuff, make stuff better. Recalculate your CPMs. I look at my CPM weekly, making sure nothing changed, or because I want it to go down. I'll use myself an example. I tell you about the gas that we put away every month. In order to hit that number for me, I got to make sure I keep the expenses for gas under $750 a week. I can't go over $750 in gas a week. I know it sounds crazy, but it's easy to do. Like if you running ragged and not paying attention, that's why I can't go to California, because California mess up your $750. You go out to California for me and my numbers. Once you cross in Phoenix, you can fill up twice in California and be $200 down. Don't fill up and run for the whole week. You're going to be $1,000 in the hole if you run for California a whole week. So yeah, that's why I can't go, because my numbers don't justify it. But I understand the risk of the business, and that's why I tell you certain places I don't go. Like when I say I'm not going up to New York, the risk of the business, I also got to think about those tolls. I got to think about parking. Because believe it or not, a lot of places you got to pay to park. You got to factor all these things in. That's why certain lanes I just don't run, because it puts the business at risk. And you need to consider that when you're doing your numbers. Now, if you calculated your numbers and your numbers can withstand that for what you're negotiating, whether it's spot market, low board, whatever, if your numbers can stand that, then you don't have nothing to worry about. You're good to go. Y'all got it? All right. So yeah, that Oh, the downtown, I already said that. The downtown sitting still revenue killer. Like for your boy, I use myself for example. Didn't go nowhere this week. Except for when we dropped off on Monday. Y'all saw that video. Didn't go nowhere this week. So ship didn't make no revenue this week. It don't matter. It's okay. I know y'all probably like, what's going on? That's why I built the business around 7 to 8 months worth of work. So basically, when we have weeks like this, or we decide to take vacations and all that great jazz, we know now. We won't 7 to 8 months, but we know we can make the business over here survive off of 6 months or less, because 161 is less. But yeah, that was all for the goals and objectives. I'm not finna beat y'all up. Y'all get all that. Y'all get all that. Let me go back over here because we finna transition for a minute after I see what the fam. Where did we go? Where did we go? Where was the last person? Oh, there you go. Okay, good to go. So you can hear me now. Yes, T-Mobile came through. It's just, you know what I'm saying. BG, I definitely booked that one-on-one meeting with you. I'm ready for it. I seen it. Matter of fact, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to bring your comment back up in a minute. Time to get back to dropping off in Pasadena in the morning and picking up right after that, heading to Orlando. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I love them Friday pickups, Monday drop off. I'm proud of y'all, man. Don't go no further lower than Orlando. Remember our imaginary line, Orlando and Tampa. Don't go no head back on as soon as you, matter of fact, as soon as you drop, just start driving back up to I-10. Oh, man. Congrats. Hey, I'm ready for it, too. I'm ready for it. What did it say? I'm coming with my plate. Hey, it ain't enough. I might can get you, 3 macaroni noodles, one Florida broccoli, and I leave a little meat on the bone on the pork chop. Let's go, Blue. I love it, man. I love it. Blue say he getting up out of here. I ain't mad at you, fam. Get your load, drop it off, and leave. That's the best thing to do when you got a load that drops off and you already got the second one booked. It makes you feel so good. That's how you get the day ahead. Coffee should never cost more than $2, but respect to them because they got it right, but they can't get a penny from me. Oh, man, y'all crazy. Appreciate it. Give me them quick. Me and my lady definitely ready to get to it. Hey, I'm coming back to your comment. All right. I love it. Too much. Let's see. What you got going on? The transporters in the building. Transporter been moving, y'all. I don't know what you be doing. Transporter is like the Energizer Bunny. I swear, if we turn them around, I know right here on his back, I know that guy has to have a little battery pack back there. I don't know what it is. It's and I say this lightly. It ain't too many people that I look at, because I told you got to be a little crazy to do this. I know it's a lot of y'all out there. I'm just using the transporter for one. Ain't too many people out there that can drive how we drive. You swear we don't get no sweet. We do, but you swear we don't. Because what happens is operational. We have our day-to-day operation. I'm going back to that just for a second. Day-to-day operational pieces. But in this game, there are times you're going to hit a wave. And when that wave hit, you better ride it. You can't be that, I don't want to ride the wave no more. No, it happens in any industry. And this is throughout a year. So a wave will happen 2, maybe 3 times in a year, no matter what it is. If you can have a cooking business, it'll be a wave where everybody just come into your restaurant is back to back to back, unless Keith Lee come by. Y'all get it. But yeah, it's waves and it's ups and downs. Like right now, we know the down season, but there are waves when you're in this business and you got to ride it. And I swear right now, the transporter is on a crazy one. The Quick says, speaking to everybody speaking. I love this. Y'all just be talking. I just love it. OC saluting everybody in the chat. 23 likes. I like that too. Let's get it up there. Ooh-wee. What's going on, fam? What's going on? Everybody's speaking. I need that coffee with my Jake. I agree with you. You ain't buying no coffee. We ain't tell you to get us no coffee, J. Harv. We just want the cake. We'll go worry about it. Matter of fact, if you get the cake, we'll bring the coffee. That's the deal? Okay. But I'm going back up here because I told y'all it was been a crazy week. And some of y'all, where did it go? Where did it go that far? You ain't finna get away from that because we starting with you because there we go. OC Book the one-on-one. Matter of fact, you're as of right now, next week? Yeah. You booked the one-on-one, but you also were the first one to get the email that went out, because I told y'all it's been a crazy week. So send out an email, because all this week, I swear I'm IT now. I told you about the many hats. We talk about dispatching. We talk about accounting. We talk about the driver. We talk about the maintenance guy. We talk about everything. I think I just put IT hat on my resume, because I'm good at building Excel, spreadsheet, Word. Microsoft. I'm a beast. What it took to get that community, because I've been working on it all week, and it's built. It's here. Hey, we here. Grind Setters. I was about to say secrets, because I'm thinking about the other book, and that's a whole nother thing. But Grind Setters is here. And a lot of y'all already got y'all email, because after I finished and tweaked and made sure everything is good, y'all got y'all email already. So everybody's out there. And you already know. First, I thought it was going to be somebody else. But the first one that jumped in that thing, as usual, was the Quicks. I swear. They already now made they post welcome and introduction and everything. Let me make sure. Y'all think I'm just over here making this stuff up. I'm finna pull my phone up. Make sure ain't nobody else hopped in here, because y'all be doing some sneaky stuff on your boy. Let's see. Yep, there you go, right there. I don't know if I could even show it on here, because I didn't pull it up. I'm finna show y'all. See? I don't know if I can get it up on the screen good. Nope, it ain't gonna work because of the light. But yeah, I'll read it to y'all. The Quicks already made their post. Welcome, Grind fam. We are all so blessed to be a part of something powerful, positive, purposeful, with paid for people. Can't wait to grind with you all. The Quicks. We about to get to work. I already sent out the emails to the emails I had. And I put the link in the description. And I know y'all probably wondering, what is Grind Setters? So I'm finna read this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it to you, because I sent the email to some, the ones I had. So I'm finna just read the email. Y'all just pay attention to what I'm about to read. Grind Setters is officially live. This environment was built for individuals who understand a simple truth. Success is not built occasionally. Success is built daily. Grind Setters exist for those committed to development, income growth, and building the systems required for long-term success. Not motivation without action, not ideas without execution. Inside Grind Setters, you'll find a focused, high standard environment centered on development and discipline, income and wealth growth, systems and structure, execution and momentum, because effort without structure leads to frustration. Structure creates success. If you're serious about progress, growth, and operating at a high level, Grind Setters is now open. Now, I'm finna tell y'all what you're gonna get inside of there. Inside of Grind Setters, you're gonna get Win Wednesday. You know me, I love Wednesday. Win Wednesday. That's basically we're gonna go live weekly, where we're gonna share our progress inside the community of what we learned, not what we taught. We're gonna share what we learned, because remember, you learn something every load, even when you're not loading. I just told you about IT. I learned some stuff. I told you I'm gonna teach you everything I know about business, the businesses that we got over here, the stuff that brings in money. I'm gonna tell y'all that inside the community. Weekly prompts. This is the actionable part. Actionable prompts to keep you building, creating systems, and moving forward. That's gonna be that. We're gonna hold you accountable in that. So that's the weekly prompts. Knowledge. We're gonna put all the courses in there. It's gonna be self-paced courses created based on your needs. We're not just finna, you know how some people, I'm not knocking nobody that do it. I'm not mad at them. That's them. That's their business. But over here, your boy ain't trying to nickel and dime you. All the courses that we create, so basically, we gonna talk. Y'all gonna tell your boy what we need, what you need, how we gonna grow, how we gonna succeed. And then I'm gonna sit right here behind this computer, and I'm gonna build it, and it's gonna go inside of that community. So you ain't gotta pay for one course, then pay for another course, and pay for another course. No, every course that we create based off of the needs of the community, you're gonna have access to it. You're also gonna get first dibs on all the upcoming live events and experiences. So y'all know we got the we got to plan out. All that it's gonna first pop up inside the community. First dibs. I'm sorry, first dibs. You know how he is around here. Dibs. We all grew up on it. I know up north when it was snowing, they was scooping out that snow. They want first dibs. So the people in the community, dibs. All right, and this is the part that I don't want y'all to be running nowhere. Monthly hot seat calls. And this basically what that is. This is where we'll put real eyes on the work you're doing so you can receive coaching on your specific situation. So the monthly calls, I don't know that part. I'm gonna have to figure out. We'll figure that out in the community, what day works best for everybody. Because on that monthly call, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna sit there. Somebody, whoever in the community that need help with something or want to just get a progress check, you're gonna come up on we're gonna be live together, community can see it. And you're gonna tell us what you got going on, what you're doing, and we gonna not necessarily nitpick it, but we're gonna help that LDM, lean daily management. We're gonna help you how we just talked about operational goals. We're gonna help you face to face, streamline the things that you got going on so that you can reach this success. And then you might teach us something on the hot seat that we didn't know about that we can add to our toolbox. It sounds crazy, but there's a section in the community called tools. We're going to put tools in there. Those tools going to look like the CPM calculator. They're going to look like the tracker that I use to calculate my loads. I just punch the numbers in and it does the numbers for themselves. We're going to put all that in there. Toolbox. You're going to get year-round feedback. The community will provide real-time feedback on the success you build, and that's part of that weekly prompts. The Win Wednesday is we're talking, we're going to know and give each other feedback year-round. And the best part about that is accountability partners. You're not just going to get accountability partners during the challenges. Yes, we're going to have challenges inside that thing. Yeah, we're going to have challenges. And I want y'all to understand when I say challenges, this ain't just about business, because I tell you all the time, you can't have business development without personal development. Inside this community, we're going to do personal, professional, all that. Personal, professional, and business development. It's going to be a whole, I told you about my time in the Air Force when I was telling you the young airmen didn't understand the leaders at the top. We got to get that whole airman concept is what we call it. But over there, we're going to set the tone. That's why it's grind setters. We setting the tone for the grind. I don't want y'all just out here grinding yourself and going crazy. Don't have an exit strategy just trying to make $1. Your family going crazy. Where my baby at? You ain't you going to get off the road always. No, we setting the tone of how you going to grind successfully. And we're going to do that as a community, holding each other accountable. Now, with that being said, I told y'all it was a baby bag. It's a baby bag. That's why we talk about baby bags. It's $300 to get in. I told y'all the number of 200 people, but numbers just don't sit right with me. You know, I'm 1, 3, and 7. That's my numbers. You know, 3, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. 1, all 3 in 1. 7, 7 days of the week. God made 7 days. You get all that. Those are my 3 numbers. So 200 wasn't sitting right with me. So I changed it. It's 300. The first 300 of the fam. That's why I brought it to y'all first. Not only is it only $300 for you for the year, all that stuff I named, courses, all that. It's not just going to be $300 for the year. The first 300 fam that gets in there, that's your locked in forever rate. Y'all probably like, BG, why also 300? Because I was listening to y'all. Again, I don't knock nobody. I remember when y'all told me that y'all seen people paying $4,000, $5,000, $3,000 for courses, whatever. I don't knock nobody because I didn't take none of them, so I don't know what the information is, so I can't speak on it. I'm just going off the numbers y'all gave me. So the other reason 300 made sense to me, because if somebody paid $3,000 for his course, that means to come over and be a part of Grind Setters, $300 mean you finna get 10 years. If you say 3,000, you're gonna get 10 years worth of all this development as a community together. So yeah, at 3,000 you spent one time or whatever you about to spend one time, over here you can pay $300. And even if you don't like after the first year, you don't like it, you ain't got to stick around. We just some people in there just grinding. You ain't got to hang out with us. But hey, it's on you, what you want to do. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And don't get me wrong, because I looked at it as day one founder, whatever you want to say, that first 300, it's also some extra perks that's coming. But I ain't telling y'all what that is yet. Y'all know your boy, I got to keep some kind of surprise up my sleeve, like that little boy that walk around. My wife loves it because I be laughing. That little boy that walked around on TikTok, you like surprises? I got a surprise. You like surprises? Don't worry. The first 300 fam that's rocking with us over there in Grind Sellers got a surprise because I told you we're going to the top. Success. And we going to go together, not alone. But I'll tell y'all the surprise later on. I'm not telling you right now. But yeah, fam, make sure I ain't miss nothing because, yeah, did I miss anything? Let's see. Lock in plus exclusive perks. Yep. All of this plus more for just one baby bag per year. The community isn't just about learning more. It's about being in a room where the work gets done and where success is built daily. I don't want y'all out there being like Airman Graham and not understanding what success looks like because you didn't get in the room with the people. Like I told you, when I got in certain rooms throughout my career, I saw and learned things. And I'm just telling you now, it's just certain things you don't know. I didn't know. I'm still learning. Y'all teach me stuff. That's why I'm happy I'm in the community. Because y'all still teach me stuff. But you can't learn that stuff if you're not in the room. But hey, I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna give no more. I'm gonna go make sure y'all get where I'm coming from. I'll talk about it we'll talk later. But let me go ahead and make sure I ain't miss none of the fam in here. Y'all was over here talking. Let's see. Oh, they talking about that driving. J Hart say he drove 21 hours Wednesday through Thursday with just one cup of coffee. And I said, okay, BG riding. Let's do some nighttime riding. God is good. I'm glad you made it safe, fam. Cake is coming. I got y'all. You know we holding you to that. I know we gonna hold you to that. I just now seen my email. I'm doing mine now. I told y'all. Put it like this. If you already did a one-on-one with me, y'all was the first ones that got the email because I know y'all email. Let's see. Hey, my computer ain't charging. Oh no. What's going on over there? What's not plugged in? What is going on? Ooh, that would have been bad. The computer was unplugged. I don't know how that happened. See, I just been up here working and wasn't paying attention. Didn't even notice that. But we back. I'm sorry for the little mishap. Let's see. Cake is coming. Let's see. Just have to check my emails. Yeah. I told you. Everybody that I got emails that done one-on-one with me, I got your email. I sent it to y'all first already. Everybody else that I ain't got your email, if you didn't get one, the link is in the description. We're about to super grind. Yes, we are. Now, fam, you know you ain't late. I know you be running, so I know you ain't late. Everybody else was doing something. Some people was at church. Some people was at the grocery store. Some people still driving. Fam, I'm in here doing all the talking. You just see me. I disappeared. I was late, so you good. But you in the building. Oh, you locked in. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it locked in. Let's see. Get your authority in a cargo van sprinter. Hey, that's what we over here doing. We getting it. This community will be unlike anything anyone else has up and running. A success community. That's all it is, fam. We finna get it in there. I believe it will. Yep. Leave a little something to the imagination. That's the crazy part. I just told you all that. And that was just a small piece. I couldn't type it all in the email because, I'm not going to lie. Y'all like me. Most of us wouldn't have read all of what I'm thinking and what's going to happen inside of that thing if I would have wrote a long email. That was just the email. I just read y'all the email. I couldn't tell everything. If y'all think that's a lot, oh, man, y'all have no clue what's coming. Will there be a place to ask questions throughout the week when you get stuck in this program? Yes, that's the whole point of it because your boy, my phone be going bing, 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 bing. I literally had to. That's why I missed some of y'all hitting me up this week. I'm sorry. But it's random. So let me tell y'all, help y'all understand. I don't even know how some people even find some of the emails they be finding. But they be finding random emails, random posts, like the phone, literally, I had to turn off notifications so I can sit still because I get sidetracked, squirrel. So I can sit still. So I turned off notifications. And right now, the only notification I do have on is the grind setters because that's the attention. That's the focus. Y'all are the focus. We the focus group. But yeah, so that's the whole point of it. It ain't just accountability. It's help inside of that. It's other stuff that's coming inside of there. But I ain't tell y'all that. Quicks told me to leave a little something to the imagination. But yes, there will be it's a couple of places in there for question and answers. There's a couple of places for discussion. Yes, it's a place in there, and it ain't just you gonna be looking to say, hey, what BG at? Y'all gonna be able to see and talk to each other too. That's the whole point of it in real time. But it's more parts to it. But I was told to leave some to the imagination. But yes, all of that is inside of there. I promise you. The quick, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Are there any payment plans? I just have to ask. As of now, no. I didn't set up one with a payment plan. My bad. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about the baby bag. See, that's why we're going to be in community talking about this stuff. I have to go back and see if it even, how, I probably can, but let me go back and check. But yeah, it's just set up. And don't worry. That's why we put it over here first, because I'm going to give y'all, everybody over here that rocks with the fam, because it's going to be fam that sees this afterwards. That might be driving. It ain't like the 300 finna fill up right now in the next 30 minutes because everybody don't know, because everybody not watching. So yeah, you gonna have time, I promise you, fam. And don't worry. I don't know about everybody else, but this is Miss Dry Time. Even if it get to 300, I'll leave 301 just for you. But don't worry, you good, fam. You good, fam. But no, I made it that baby bag because I know at a minimum, outside of expenses and all that, 2-3 baby bags, you should be good. I promise you. And I'm gonna hold you. I got you. Don't worry about it. But I'm still gonna check for future people that might want to join the fam. Don't worry. I got you. But yeah, that's what it is. I know we talked about operations, and I'll put that part in there too, because your boy's still gonna be outside driving. But I will, because of the stuff that we don't, that I know the days I know, like Wednesday, your boy is gonna, I'm gonna sit still because I want y'all to win. So them gonna be the days, unless it's something right here and around the corner from the house, or if I'm OTR, that'll be the day I'm either gonna sit in the hotel or I'm gonna sit at the house. We can't be missing and skipping. It gotta be something crazy for me not to be there for y'all, and that's what we gonna do. But we gonna hold each other accountable. We gonna hold each other not just accountable, but we gonna reach the success together, because we're going to have year-round backing from each other. Make sure I didn't miss anything. If you have a Klarna or a Firm account, you can use a one-time card to pay for things. I didn't know that. Thanks, fam. I feel love, and my favorite couple shows shows me love all week. The Quicks love y'all for real. Man, I swear, I love all y'all over here. But yeah, trying to think of anything else that I might have missed. So we got the operational part for the goals and objectives. And then we talked about grind setters. So yeah, it's on and popping. Everything's inside of that. The reason I say that, because there's one more thing I got to finish doing. It's in there already. But T, I know you mentioned it before. Even the clothing line, that's going to be inside. It's stuff in there. I'm not finna break it down. You'll see when you get in there. But yeah, y'all got any more questions? I don't see nothing else popping up. So, you know your boy, I'm finna go down there and mash them pork chops. That's my next operation. That's my mission in life when they get offline. I'm going straight downstairs, put my plate in the microwave and heat it back up and get them pork chops, macaroni and cheese, and my broccoli. But yeah. No, I just saw this pop up. So will Sunday lives go away? No, they will not. Everything so I'm not that type of person. Everything that's already happening, Lowe's lives, not going away. Even the accountability, all that stuff videos and all that stuff is still going to be here. YouTube is not changing. We still going to have the Sunday lives. We still going to do all that other stuff. That was just more of a way, because I know a lot of us are trying to reach a level of success. But nothing's gonna change. Sunday live's gonna stay there. The one-on-one's gonna stay there. The videos are gonna stay there. The accountability piece is gonna stay there. I'm still gonna make sure we get the PDFs and anything we get loaded. That was just because there's certain things that I can't put on YouTube. Like I can't put a Excel tracker on YouTube. They probably can, but no. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff like, and let's be honest, like I don't want. What's the best way to say? there are people out there that don't want to see others win. We know this. So that's the part of the division, because I see the comments on YouTube. They don't bother me, but I know it makes it more reluctant for certain people to reach out and seek help, because they don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be talked down to. They want to be just beaten, bashed over the head because of their opinions or the questions they ask. Because your boy, there's no such thing as a question that's too small, because it's something that you remember in school, people wouldn't raise their hand, but it was like 2 or 3 other people in the class that needed that same question answered. So no, we are still going to have the stuff here that just separates it so that everybody that's over there is one accord, one agenda, people helping people like reach their success. And then like if I sat on here now, and I know it's possible, and I'd say, hey, come on here on live and let's break down your business in the hot seat. There's going to be people that will really need help, not just from me, from anybody, but they will be reluctant to call in because nobody wants to be subjugated to a bunch of people that's in the comments. Going back, that's one of the biggest discouragers. It's one of those, like we just said, operational goals and objectives. When I was an airman, I thought that the people above me was crazy. It's people that watch what I do and still think I'm crazy, but I'm the type of person, I don't care what you think about your boy BG, because at the end of the day, those people don't have no control or no say or they don't even pay bills in my life. So it doesn't bother me. That's one of those main reasons, because it's people that are shooting me emails and be like, hey, what's going on? I'm here. And it's like, I didn't even see that email. Or they might left a message in the comments on YouTube. And I'm like, that one comment is buried with 50 other ones. So that's all that is. It separates it so I can help everybody in the fam that's also helping everybody in the fam, because they can answer comments just as fast as I can. They can reach out just as fast as I can. And the way it's set up, and then ahead of time when we're doing certain things, that's all it is. So it'll all still be here. Nothing's going to change. We still going to have all the same regular stuff plus some. Sundays and one-on-one will not change. They won't. I'm so happy I found you, because your education has definitely took me to the next level. Now, imagine when we get inside that community. It's going to be everybody working together, because we're going to have some fun over there. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all noticed, the first live is already set up for I know it's Wednesday is when we go live, but I'm going live tomorrow for the first one. The first one will be tomorrow, going live in the community tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. CST. Everything is CST time. So 6 p.m. CST tomorrow, going live, and I'm going to go a little more in depth about what the community is, and we're going to show you how to navigate through it and all that. That's going to be tomorrow, first live over there. Let's see. Can we start out with personal vehicles first? You talking about in the community? Is that what you're talking about? If you talking about what you mean personal vehicles first. But if that's what, I don't know if you're talking about the community part, but the way it's set up, because I'm telling y'all everything. That's the whole point. It's a part in there that's called, I've not been working on this thing so much. It's a part inside of there that's called where is it at? Feedback and ideas. And it's crazy because it's called feedback and ideas, and the top of it, the banner, is turn ideas into reality. Inside of feedback and ideas, that's where you're going to be able to make comments or posts of feedback on what we've already talked about, or suggest ideas of stuff that you need help with or want to see grow. And that's what we'll figure out. Oh, like you need help with this, like I'll give you one. We haven't got to it over here, but we're going to get to it over here. Say it's time to think about insurance, not just business insurance, but life insurance, all the types of insurance, all the way down to setting your family up for retirement, success, trust funds, in a universal index life insurance, like all the different stuff. When that time comes, and it's like, oh, we need all this put in one place, BG, because we don't understand it. That's when we're going to make a course. So to put it all in one place, step by step, you can take notes and all that. So you got one reference point. Say you said vehicles. We made a video about it, but say we need to do something about vehicles. There's somebody know about vehicles, mechanic wise. We've had it done over here, but that's when everybody can chime in all the stuff they have worked on. Put this aside. This can go down in your vehicles. It's just random stuff. I know I'm saying, but it's parts inside of here that we can break that down to give you exactly what you need. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you still remember, the community ain't just about cargo van. I want to make that clear. we're gonna talk about that piece is in there, but this is all business. It can be a car business. We can tell you how to get started in the car. Me and you got a one-on-one, so you getting ahead of the one-on-one. It's stuff that I got for you. It's gonna be in the community, but I got for you that's gonna be in the one-on-one. When we had a one-on-one, I got you covered. I got something that I'm gonna send you when we do our one-on-one. So you fine, you good. That's gonna get you started in the car. So I got you covered when we do our one-on-one. That's what you mean. Okay. I'm locked in, paid in full. What, you already over here? Let me Yep, there you go. Yep. Everybody locking in. I ain't mad at y'all. I am not mad at you. T already in this thing. Everybody just locked in, paid. Man, I swear. Yeah, we gonna get it over here. I promise you. What you made a comment already? Ooh. Let me see. Yep. Y'all already in there. I see a lot of people popping in. Let's see. Hey, G, just so you know, I ran into a young lady in Atlanta a few days ago, and she told me she bought your brand new book. That's what's up. Did you take a picture? Y'all know me. I'm a picture video guy. I like to meet people. But that's what's up. That's a blessing. God bless everyone. Have a great week and foot on neck. Yes, fam. You be safe out there because I'm about to wrap it up too. I'll make sure I ain't miss no comments. Depending on what you're planning to do with your personal vehicle. Yeah, I got something for you, but it's also, we're going to break all that stuff down. When is the March meetup? That's what I'm doing this week. I'm not going nowhere this week because we got stuff to do in the community. And that's one of the things we got to do. So I can get that put in the community first. But I'm also going to tell y'all, don't worry. I'm going to tell y'all first. But I'm getting all those details knocked down and ironed out. And I will be I should know by the next live. It's going to be towards the end of March. I'll let you know that. So all the meetups are going to be towards the end of the quarter, except for the fourth quarter. It's going to be at the beginning of the fourth quarter because of the simple fact of the holidays in November and December. So the first 3 quarters, March, the first 3 quarters in March. Sorry about that. June, May, June, July. I'm sorry. My man can't even think right now. June, I said that right. March, June, and September. Yeah, those 3 will be probably like the last weekend or the second to the last weekend for the month, but it's going to be towards the end of the month for all those 3 quarters. So yeah, that's all the questions. Yep, I got it all caught up. So yeah, fam, it's about to go down. We already over here. Grind Sellers is live. We just finished this live. For those of you that are already hopping in, I will see y'all tomorrow. For everybody else, I still owe y'all a video because I got to make y'all accountability videos. So you still going to remember, you're still getting the same stuff over here. So you will get videos this week. Don't worry about that. So it will be a video before the next live. So y'all know what it is. Make sure I didn't miss no comments. The one popped up. Your book is amazing. About to start reading for the second time. Oh man, it's my step-by-step guide to success and building my man. I'm happy it's working out. Don't worry. Inside of the community, we gonna also do a book club. Let me stop. I know some of y'all driving, so you just keep driving and keep listening. But for everybody else, close your eyes and bow your heads. Lord, our Heavenly Father, we are here once again to say thank you. I just want to thank you along with the rest of the fam in advance because you're letting us see success and you're showing us the blueprint of the success that is coming our way. So we want to say thank you for now and in advance for what you're about to do for us in our lives. Thank you for bringing us together again safely. Continue to watch over us all, especially those that are out on the road driving. Help them so they can get home to their family and loved ones safe and sound. Keep them safe and keep them safe mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and financially as they out there on these dangerous highways and byways. Continue to help us, keep us until we all meet again, and help us have a successful week, which we want to say thank you in advance for that as well, for the success coming this week. We want to thank you and continue to ask you to bless us in your darling son, Jesus' name. Amen. And just like that, fam, we finito. So yeah, like I said, some of y'all, I'm going to see tomorrow when we go live tomorrow. The rest of y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay good financially and operationally. Just be strategic about your goals and objectives. But you know what I want you to do. As always, on top of everything we just discussed tonight. And to the next video, y'all stay blessed.